Okay, Kelsey, I've been looking at this for a while now, and I think I've got my thoughts compiled. So the first thing I want to say is that the page size is the 8.5 by, well, 11 by 8.5. So your half page size is 5.5 by 8.5, which is cool. I mean, that's fine. That being said, this type is very, very, very big, as is this. Do a little bit of visual research to see what, just look at booklet covers. I think the image is just so large. I would go ahead and just go typographic on the cover. I think you could do so much with Nietzsche and modernism, uh, um, a modernist typographic excuse me, composition on the cover. Excuse me. Um, Okay, so and then let's jump over here into our first pages, and again, this is big type, big. You may want to print a page out just so you can really see. You're going to look at that and go, "Whoa!" I guarantee you're going to want to reduce the size of that type once you see it. Okay, now the grid looks pretty darn good. I think that your alignment is really good. I mean, I could pull some guys right here and see that, your align. Oh, wait a second. Your alignment is pretty good. I just want it. There you go. All right. So good job there. If we pull another guide over here, we can see that you're a little out of alignment there as that image is hanging over the edge a little bit. Okay. And then the one thing we're lacking is horizontal alignment. As we can see, that kind of just intersects the image. And the mind, see these guides I'm drawing? The mind sees that and it causes tension. That's why, immediately the mind sees this, okay? That everything, this is lining up, then that just cuts that image right, those images right into. And the mind kind of goes, wow, that's freaking me out a little bit. Okay, so you pull your type up there and then and align your type with this type and adjust your images accordingly to the top of that, which they are, but they're just too big. You need to bring your type up, and you'll see this page that will really clean up. What else? Listen, I'm going to tell you. I think your rags are really harming your booklet. I really do, especially over here. Look at this. That your right margins are really, really bad. You got to clean those up. I mean, because this is a nice looking booklet, and boy, those rags are just. I don't mean to sound like that. Like, whoa, I don't mean to sound like that at all. Please, you know me by now. I think, right? I'm just pointing that out to you. So, typographically, I think you're looking really good. Grouping is good. This grouping I want to talk about right here. Who's this guy doing Bauhaus in New York? So, wouldn't it make more sense um, if we cut this up and put that Bauhaus up there, so it said, who is this guy doing the Bauhaus in New York? Instead of this kind of just going, who is this guy doing the? So do you see what I'm saying? So I think that phrasing could be a little more effective. So, and that way you could even span the bottom, the more of the column. So, and then if you take a look here, your spacing is, you have more spacing on the bottom than you do on the top of the pull quote. Okay, and other than that, I think this is technically a widow or an orphan, one of the two. They're kind of interchangeable. But that just kind of, because look what it does to you, right? Just that one line just sitting there alone. So technically, I would like to see you fix that. Rags, please. Okay, page numbers, typically, not typically, I mean, you want an odd page on the right-hand side and an even page on the left-hand side. And the reason for that is because you have your book, once you turn to open the cover, you have, okay, if this is your spread, your opening spread, there's a page on the other side of this. So you have the cover, then the other side of this page, then you flip it, then you have this page. So that would be page one. Your spreads would start on 2 and 3. Always odd on the right-hand side. Let's jump over here. Okay, so you have Bauhaus, again, this enormous type. But why are you changing your headline? I don't understand. Like, you just, all of a sudden, like here, it's Bauhaus in the 50th model. You're using it as a headline over here, but a subhead over here, art director. Then you go here and you're using it as a headline again. And then a headline and a headline. So It's really, your heads are really inconsistent. Okay. Okay, you talk about Bauhaus here, and again, look at this. There's no alignment here. See, that type just intersects that type. The mind feels it. See this right here? See how that slices the bottom of that type? It's not too bad. But the mind picks that up, and it causes a confusion. Same thing as I was talking about up here. So, so we need that some alignment there. Now you talk about Bauhaus here. That's stay still right there. That's not Bauhaus. So that image right there is very, very confusing. Otherwise, this is a nice looking page. I really think that you've done a wonderful job. Okay, now here, I think these pages fall apart, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, you're still using your 2-column grid, but you're using images now in your grid. It's okay here, but here and here, these diagonals, there's just too much shifting around for the eye. The eye is going like this, art directed, then here, then it's going here, then it's going over here, because you're following the images. Okay, then you're asking the viewer to go back over here to start reading again, and it's just really, really uncomfortable. Here we have a lot of the same thing. I call it ping-ponging. So look at what you're asking the viewer to do, just based on size alone. These are all in competition. This, and this are all saying, look at me, no, look at me, look at me, no, look at me, no, look at me, I'm over here, no, look at me. And that's based all on scale, all right? And we see that same phenomenon here. Okay, the eye is just shifting so much. You've got your captions, then you got your image, then you got your head, then you got your starting text, then you got this, then you got this. And image-wise, when you turn the page, the eye is just going to go like this, boing, 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 and then hopefully it's going to start over here. So that's why we need page order. Look how much better this page looks. It's just such a good example. By the way, I think there's not enough space between your headline and your body copy here. I also wanted to mention something else. See how you got some nice space there. Let me get rid of those. You got some nice space there, but here you're just creeping right up on the type. So, and then that's that weird type. Is that a subhead? Is that a headline? We're still trying to figure that out, right? So anyways, this page has got some good order. Let's pull a grid right here. And yes, so good alignment. This page I think it looks great. Okay, there's no tension in this page whatsoever. None. You turn the page, you go, okay, it's so simple. You want me to start here? I'm going to start here because that's where we typically start. These are docked at the bottom of your grid, so there's no boing, 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 boing. Your mind is going, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Instead of going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So you're telling, as a designer, you're saying, start here, relax, read, we'll get to that. And the mind perceives that. That's why this is such a successful page, and this would be considered a little bit spontaneous. Okay, I had one other comment. Where was it? This letting on this I would close that down on your pull quote. Seems like you're letting. Look at the difference in the letting here and here. And I have a feeling the reason for that is because you're pulling that quote. Now you've got that oversized quote, which is probably encroaching on that baseline when the program tries to, when the software tries to make those spaces between your lines equal. So in other words, to equalize the letting. Okay, but it's going, okay, this is in my way, so I can't do that. So it freaks out a little bit, throws it down there. Okay, so you see the difference in the letting between the first and second line and the third line of that pull quote. Okay, again, rags, boy, it's just, can you see that? Wow, when you fix that, these pages are just going to look so much more harmonious. Okay, so I hope I'm making sense. I think that we're in good shape. If you have any questions or comments, give me a holler. Okay, thanks.